Back in the day when I was dating my ex-Vietnamese girlfriend, I learned so much. This girl, she worked her butt off to create a better life, and she also made me a better person, and I learned so much from this relationship. But let's be real, it wasn't all sunshines and unicorns, but it was a great challenge filled with highs and lows. That's the reality of monogamy dating. It isn't all about the good stuff, it's also about the bad stuff that happens almost every single day. Let me fill you in on a little secret. At one point, I paid her 50% of my company's profits. You know why? Because she deserved it. She was up until 4 a.m. in the morning selling to our US customers. She deserved every penny that she earned from my company. Every penny. You are a great guy and you have a lot of positive qualities. If you want to increase your chances of success in monogamy dating, then keep watching this video. What I'm trying to say here is that your woman deserves part of your wealth, period. This isn't about running a business and making money together. This is about much more than just work. You are a great guy, but let's be real. Dating a girl from a different culture ain't no walk in the park. Dating a girl from an emerging country can be one of your best times ever. It really depends on you. If we go into a relationship with the mentality that only we should gain, then we must be corrected. A relationship has to be a win-win to be successful. Let's not fool ourselves. Do you like my honesty? Fantastic, because I'm not done with you yet. We have a lot more to talk about in this video on how you can make sure that you will be very successful at monogamy dating in the 21st century. Women should be treated fairly and equally, period. I'm going to tell you why. While I do respect and honor our male expat community, it is also time for us to stress some really important facts about the other gender. You got that right. It's time for us to spill the beans. Always do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I know I've said this already earlier, but your woman deserves part of your wealth, especially if you both entered a serious relationship. I've been asking myself many questions over the past number of weeks. Why would any woman want to be washing my dirty pants for no pay? We ain't in the 14th century when slavery was legal. We're living in the 21st century. I realized that me paying for her meals here and there isn't gonna cut it either. The women that I've been dating, they expect a bit more than just financial support. There's always two sides to every story. You've probably heard this saying before, and I think this is very accurate in monogamy dating, especially in today's society where things can change in a matter of weeks. A relationship is a trade-off. It really is a trade-off. And let's not start comparing ourselves to some high-profile person, because the rules for high-profile guys with super high socioeconomics are definitely different. If you're full package like the great Arnold Schwarzenegger, especially if you got his body and legacy, just offering food and shelter without a real future isn't gonna get any high-value woman excited about being with you for the long term. I think this is a matter of fact. Even if you're thinking that dating high-value women isn't even part of your goal, still regular women, average women, they also want to be dating a guy that can offer them a bright future. I think this goes without saying. However, if we guys do believe that it is fine providing just a little bit of value here and there, it's likely because we've been watching some biased narcissistic YouTuber that's been brainwashing us with certain narratives that actually do not get us to achieve our long-term goals. There's nothing wrong about escaping Western countries to find love in emerging countries, especially if you have been delaying marriage for many years or even decades. At the end of the day, we guys are wired to start a family, to provide, lead, and protect. It is the duty of a man. I'm pleased to inform you that monogamy dating is not dead. It is very much alive in the 21st century, just as much as it was alive in the 20th century. Monogamy dating is not dead. It is more alive than ever, and there are plenty of opportunities worldwide for you to find the love of your life and have a fantastic future in the 21st century. Oftentimes in life, less is more. What I mean by that is paying less attention to people who are making a lot of noise about certain narratives can actually help you get to where you want to be in your future relationship. I believe that anytime you want to be successful at anything in life, you want to be listening to people who are successful at what you want to achieve. Now we're talking about monogamy dating, and more importantly, successful monogamy dating, and you can be very successful at monogamy dating by listening to the right people. Find yourself a role model that has been been in a successful relationship for decades. These guys still exist. They haven't gone extinct. They are around. They're alive today just as much as they were alive 100 years ago. Monogamy dating still works, and it will continue to work, but it all depends on how much effort you're willing to put into your relationship, and especially doing it for the long term is vital to your overall success. We shouldn't care about what some polarized, narcissistic YouTuber might think about women. We all have our opinions, and while there's nothing wrong about having opinions, it is very important that you start listening to the right advice and block out the wrong advice that is not helping you. Sometimes in life we feel insecure because we have had bad luck in past relationships. Maybe we made a ton of mistakes. Maybe we made a mistake selecting a woman in the past. Whatever might have happened to you, it is no reason to give up on dating forever. I really do appreciate the majority of you guys following us here on YouTube. You guys have added a ton of value to our channel in the form of comments, in the form of content suggestions, and I appreciate most of you guys who have added so much value over the past number of years. But every now and then there are some weirdos commenting on our channel who believe that women in emerging countries should be treated worse than women in developed countries. This is a narrative and mindset that I cannot agree with. Here's a message for the fringe minority who believe that women in emerging countries can and should be taken advantage of. Stop thinking with your small heads, seriously. There's nothing wrong with having spontaneous relationships if both parties agree to it. There's nothing wrong with it. You'll have the best time dating in emerging countries when you are fully open and transparent about what you're looking for. Because I always think that life is like a buffet, and just imagine you walking into a 5-star buffet and you have tons of food options to choose from. There are plenty of women who will happily stay with you for a night or two, but there are plenty of women who do not want to get into a spontaneous relationship. Some women are more vulnerable than others. Just like men, some men are more vulnerable than others, maybe because of past trauma, maybe a past relationship didn't end so well, but it's really important that we keep it real at all times. Keeping it real will make sure that you will attract the right people into your life. And this is really what we should all be aiming for. Here's another important point for us to consider. There's no such thing as something or nothing. Always do unto others as you would have them do unto you. To answer the question as to whether a woman should be eligible to receive part of your wealth after you've been together for several years, the answer is a clear yes. Especially when it comes to the wealth that you guys created collectively while you were together. Whatever you created before the relationship started, this is a whole other story to be discussed in a future video. Let's be real. Why would any woman want to be spending her best time, we're talking her 20s, her 30s, with a guy who has absolutely no intention of sharing any of his wealth with his woman? Especially if the woman contributed to his wealth, and we're talking about emotional support, mental support, we're talking about nourishment, and potentially even working together. We have to see both sides. Let's not create a double standard, please. We always have to put ourselves in the shoes of the other person. For instance, if I were a woman looking to get into a serious relationship, I would always be looking out for both of us, including myself. I wouldn't want to be wasting my time with a guy who is unwilling to give anything to me financially. Seriously, do not expect a woman to spend her best years with you if you have absolutely no intention of sharing part of your wealth with her. This is common sense stuff, yet so many of us believe that we're entitled to all of our money. In reality, we probably wouldn't even been able to have created the money without the support of our woman. And I'm talking about past experiences here. I'm being completely honest with you. And I don't like hiding things either. This is full transparency right here, my friend. This is a conservative channel. We all know that. So I'm not only here to just protect you guys, but to protect local women as well. It's my duty. But I also wanted to make something else clear here. There are also women who like taking advantage of men just as much as there are men who like taking advantage of women. It goes both ways. These types of people exist everywhere and in both genders. You're gonna have the best time of your life when you can be completely honest about what you want, because you can communicate it in a way that it will attract the right people, and it will not create resentment, but it will liberate you. And in life you want to be liberated, but you can only be liberated if you believe and speak the truth. I think whenever we do something in life, it's important that we combine both the mental part with the heart. If we can do that, then good things will happen to us. Always do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If everyone were making decisions based on the golden rule, we would all be making perfect decisions all the time. I know that there's no such thing as perfection. We're flawed, we make mistakes. However, it must be our priority to speak the truth and to act in a way that it is best for all people involved, not just us. A woman's femininity is a precious asset, and if a woman commits everything that she's got, she deserves to be treated with the utmost dignity that's available, which includes being taken care of financially. A woman's femininity is one of her most precious gifts. Real men understand this and they cherish their women. The happy wife, happy life concept applies even here. What do I mean by cherish? You give your woman the mental, emotional, psychological, and financial support that she deserves. Most women are better at giving emotional, mental, spiritual support than men. Let's be real, one of our biggest problems is that we cannot keep our stick out of the equation. I mean, you are a great guy in so many ways. You are all great guys in so many ways. But let's be real, not all of us men are great at giving mental and emotional support. Women are just wired differently than men. I recommend you reading the book Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus to understand more about this topic. You know how we can be better at relationships? If we focus more on giving the person what they want. Always do unto others as you would have them do unto you. This is the beginning, the middle, and the end, my friend. You are a great guy and you deserve the best woman that is available, and you will find her. I have no doubts about that. You can do it, I can do it, we can do it, but we have to be receptive. And let's be real here too. A lot of you guys are self-made men. A lot of you guys are nomads, expats. You are used to taking risks. It's nothing better than being the man in the relationship. You got this. I wanted to finish this video on a final note on Latina women. Latina women can be pretty damn amazing. Of course, there are bad apples everywhere, and it is your responsibility to find the right lid for your pot. Like I told you in an earlier video, Latin America made me a better person. Family life is booming in many parts of Latin America. So if you want to marry a girl from a collectivist society, then Latin America may be one of the best options that you have in the 21st century. But remember, everything has its price. Nothing is for free. And we shouldn't come to this part of the world believing that everything has to go our way all the time. We will do much better at dating in Latin America if we come here with the mindset that if we do unto others as we would want them do unto us, because this is the golden rule. And the golden rule works. It has worked for a very long time. If everyone were making decisions based on the golden rule, we'd all be making better decisions. Think about it, my friend. What are your thoughts about this topic, and are you ready to start dating for the long term? If you need any help with obtaining a residence permit in Latin America, then please feel free to reach out to us. Nomad Elite is a growing relocation agency in Latin America, and we would love to help you obtain a residence permit, incorporate a company, and even purchase real estate in different countries in Latin America. Thank you for watching Nomad Elite. We see you on the next video.